laughs. It was really hilarious to watch during Super Bowl. Gives you a reason to kind of wait another 30 seconds before hitting the bathroom. But aside from that, it really didn't have enough. It didn't give me. I don't know if it achieved the goal whatever Audi had in mind. Clearly, I can imagine their goal might have been to persuade people to believe in Audi is environmentally friendly, eco-friendly, and so on. I don't know if it did that job or not. Whether it did it or not, the key thing is for companies to realize that their job, they're not in the entertainment business. We're advertising, we want to get people in a good mood, we want to get people's attention, we want to scream a little bit so people sit up and watch us, they don't TiVo our ads out. At the same time, we want to achieve an objective. Is it getting people to buy more products? Is it getting people to think our products are better? Get people to think our product company is a good company, and so on. Okay. So entertainment is merely a happy side effect, if at all. Ways to set the advertising budget, very much like for the promotional budget, the same methods apply for the ad budget as well as for promotional budget. Realize advertising is one component of the promotional mix. Now, the next step is, once a company is got to this point, well, figure out your ad, design your ad, figure out the objective, figure out the audience, figure out how much money you have. Now, what are you going to say? And so there's various ways of kind of advertising. Peer appeals, sex appeals, humor, emotional appeals, and so on, which is basically how do you picture your ad. We'll look at a number of these later on also. But for now, take a look at an example of the Super Bowl ad that Google had in the past Super Bowl. A very good example of an emotional appeal. Content part is how are you going to pitch your story, and there's various ways to do it. You've already seen various all different kinds, I'm sure, on TV. You want to scare the hell out of people. You know, this could happen to you. Buy flood insurance, otherwise you're going to be underground, underwater. You know, show the GoDaddy ads. You all know about those ads, right? And they've found, in general, sex sells. Works very well in
Have you seen the BMW ad for used cars?
Is
Google
it
it.
Ad?
It's hilarious. It's just like a poster. It's the best ad you've ever seen. Just Google it.
Is it going to be clean? Because I like to check the ads before I show them in class.
No, it does. It's not going to be any sexual content. You'll see. Just Google.
Do you really trust him?
I trust him.
So Google it or YouTube it?
Google it. It's not like just a poster. Best used car ad, BMW. And go for images. Images. That one. Read what it's saying.
Should I really put them out?
Yeah.
Well, you already went that far.
Read what it's saying.
You know you're not the first.
Do you really care? And BMW. I told you it's great.
I'm on video. You can record it out here.
They couldn't say it.
I read it though. I didn't say it, so.
It was good, right?
So as far as designing the ad goes, is the part about figuring out the content, what it's going to be about, and exactly what you're going to say in the ad. The specifics about the ad. A couple of things about advertising in general we're seeing right now going on. Advertising getting very, very challenging because a lot of TV stations out there. Previously, you could have you know, a lot of people sitting watching one show. Now, the only major show that attracts a lot of eyeballs is American Idol, which draws as much as 60 million people in the last when they're down to like 2 people in the end. It draws a lot of eyeballs. But aside from that, there's no TV show as such. Now, there are TV events like the Grammys, the Emmys, and so on that draw 30, 40 million. Super Bowl draws about 100 million. But in general, there are not a lot of such shows we have where we draw a lot of people onto. So it's getting more and more challenging to do advertising. And people are going offline watching their shows. They're T-going ads out. They're going to Hulu to watch the shows later on. They're hitting the mute button a lot. So in general, advertising is getting more and more challenging year after year. People are spending less and less time on watching TV. In a recent survey, they found that most tweens spend more time on the web than watching TV. So the suggestion is that most of you are spending more time on the web than actually watching TV, which for advertisers is very, very scary. Because TV was the biggest source of revenue for a lot of them. So the bottom line is for companies to deal with this is to make sure their ads are better. You've got limited attention span, limited time to make an impact. Make sure your ads are attention-getting, distinctive, memorable. Very, very important thing. I'm going to show you here an ad which this is really my favorite ad, all-time favorite ad of mine. Okay, and we'll see if this one, just think about whether this ad hits the mark. Okay, an ad should be attention-getting, distinctive, memorable, in the sense it should be one that makes you notice it. Okay, if it has to make strange noises, make it loud, whatever they have to do, grab your attention in the first 5 seconds. It should be different from everything else. And finally, when you're asked about the ad a month later, you should remember it. You should have good recall to it. So take a look at one good example of this very issue, very thing.
Zazu condoms. Fun, sexy, safe.
Now, last time I showed this ad, we're going to have a 5-month-old. That's going to be my life.
Oh, that one was okay and mine wasn't?
What?
That one was okay and mine wasn't?
It was the second best. No pun intended. Now think about that ad. Was it? Do you think it got your attention, distinct and memorable? And that's in general with every ad, you want to make sure it has those 3 characteristics. There's no right or wrong about advertising in general. There is no magic formula. Typically, advertising is done by ad agencies. The goal at the end of the day should be to meet whatever objective the company has. If the goal is to make sell more of the product, well and good. That's what it should do. If the goal is to get people to come to the store more, it should do that. If the goal is to get people to visit the website more number of times or get more traffic to the website, that's what should happen. For example, with the Google ad, they might have had a goal or objective that we want to make sure we have more searches after the ad campaign than before the ad campaign. That could be a measurable objective that they had. At the end of the day, every ad should achieve whatever its objective is. There's this feeling that your ad should be really creative, really interesting, and so on. And a lot of advertising lose focus of what is the end purpose behind advertising. The goal of advertising is not to entertain the audiences. The goal of advertising is to meet whatever objective the company has. Take a look here at, I talked about Audi ad, which was taken off the air very quickly. A wonderful ad. I mean, I gave you laughs, but it didn't last on the air.